Hello there folks, today I wanted to talk a bit about a story I stumbled across, one that I found to be a little weird, kind of out there, but still really interesting. So as you can see by the title of this video, Domino's Pizza Chili was accused of stealing artwork from a small artist and reworked the original image to use it to promote their pizza on Facebook. Wayne Chen, an independent artist who has a pretty good following on Instagram, posted a drawing on their website depicting her and her boyfriend recreating the distracting boyfriend meme that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Over 24,000 people saw this post and, well, coincidentally, later on, Domino's Chili posted this picture on their Facebook timeline. It has since been removed, luckily, but as you can see, it bears striking resemblance to Miss Chen's drawing. Many people noticed this and started to message Domino's about it, asking them questions as to why this happened, leaving comments on the photo. Miss Chen, finding this news out through a friend, went to Domino's Facebook page to ask them herself. She also left them a comment on the original post before it was removed. Yeah, it actually reminds me of the comic that I drew, It's Wayne. Here's the original version of the comic that Domino's Pizza used without asking for my permission. Eventually they do reply to her saying memes on memes, which translated as memes or memes. Now that could be taken in a few ways, but the first thing that comes to mind is someone shrugging their shoulders and going, oh well, or shit happens, memes are memes. That's the type of vibe I get from that response, but of course I could be wrong about that. However, this response from them still does not address the points or criticisms from others. This article is from Sam Haysom on Mashable.com and it states, I was shocked at first, Chen told Mashable. I've had my work plagiarized before, but usually by small, random social media accounts or unknown websites. Nothing like this. This has been my biggest encounter yet. I was frustrated, but I wasn't angry. I was more determined to get to the bottom of the matter so that I could resolve it as soon as possible. Once Chen has seen the post, she shared the screen grabs on her Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. Her post ended up going viral. Many caught wind of this and soon made their own memes, criticizing Domino's for what had happened. Now, Miss Wayne Chen has been somewhat criticized for her accusations, saying that she didn't come up with the meme in the first place, therefore there isn't a problem, which no one was saying in the first place. She wasn't saying that she created this specific meme or its idea, but rather the art itself, this specific style with these specific characters. That's what's being taken here. We can compare both drawings here and see that clearly there's some influence taken from the one on the right. Just a tad bit, wouldn't you say? So they removed the arms from the pizza and the sauce for some reason. I don't get it. Wouldn't you want the pizza to have sauce? I guess these appetizing and delicious pizzas may or may not come with sauce. Maybe that's what they're telling us. I'm sorry, Domino's. Please don't be upset with me. I'm ordering pizza now. I'll eat. We also see some more noticeable dots on the pepperoni, but they kept the same amount of creases on the cheese, so there's that. Her boyfriend in the drawing seems like he's suffering from Steve Rogers syndrome, wearing sunglasses instead of eyeglasses, changing his hair to blonde, having more of a curl at the end, and is even wearing the same outfit. They also lightened the skin color on both of them, and some have been complaining about whitewashing, which maybe, I think it was more of a lazy attempt to try and change the look of them without having to do much. But again, maybe. Obviously the biggest red flag is with the woman herself looking exactly like Wayne's avatar, just with some darker hair and wearing the same clothes with less stripes on them. Oh, and I just noticed they took off both of their pockets on their pants. Even in terms of quality right now, there's no contest. The one on the right is clearly better looking, and it's obvious that the left one is a shitty knockoff. I mean, taking inspiration from one's work is one thing, but when it looks like you could have literally traced over it when there's no spin on it, that's when it starts to dangerously skirt plagiarism. Now, luckily this issue has been resolved. Domino's, like I said, took down the post and have reached out to Wayne Chen, where they were able to work something out. Now, of course, whoever was running Domino's Chili's Facebook page could have always tried to contact her beforehand to commission something for them to use. I'm sure she would have been happy to oblige and this mess wouldn't have happened. But I don't think it'd be fair to blame the entire company as a whole concerning this issue, as it seems more than likely it was a random employee who has been dealt with. Not much details have been shared about it, probably for the best, however, so that way the matter doesn't have to become a bigger issue than it has to be. Wayne Chen posted on Facebook giving people some closure about the chain of events that occurred. This is what she had to say in closing. The digital agency that is affiliated with Domino's Chili and I have settled on an agreement and have a compensation fee. I will not disclose the amount as it's a private matter. In return, I am to remove my original post/tweets that I initially posted pertaining to the issue, which is fine by me and it's totally understandable. The founders of the agency were very apologetic, courteous, understanding, and cooperative. They assured me that this will never happen again in their agency, whether it's with me or any other artists. The employee that was responsible for the post has been reprimanded. I hope that the employee who used my work without permission understand that I have to stand my ground as an artist and creator of original work. If I don't stand up for myself, then who will? The most important thing I like to highlight from this whole issue is intellectual property. Just because because something is accessible online does not mean it's free for all to use. I'm not only talking to big corporations, but I'm also talking to the general public. I understand that people who are not in the industry may not know how it all works, but I feel as we as creators are also responsible for educating our audience about the importance of intellectual property. So I am taking this opportunity to make this experience a lesson that we could all learn a little from. There have been many independent artists who have been victims of similar cases such as this. More often than not, many of the cases do not get resolved, leaving the artist defenseless and hopeless. I am lucky that I did not have to go through that and hope I never will. So I do take this as a small victory for us creative. I cannot go through the entirety of copyrights, plagiarism, etc. and how it all works. There are many layers to these topics. I would appreciate it if you have the time to read up a little about it. As for myself, if you would like to share my work through your communication platform, social media, website, etc., please ask for my permission before you post them. It is not okay for anyone to take someone's artwork and claim it as their original work. Honestly, most artists will not mind if you share our work as long as you credit us. If you love what I do and want to receive original art created by me, I do accept commissions. Email me at itsweenie@gmail.com if you're interested. I am also on Patreon if you want another way to support my work. With support from fans worldwide, I can create more original art. Now that everything is said and done, I would appreciate it if we do not escalate this issue any further. It has been resolved and I'd like for us to all move forward. I'm not saying that what has happened was okay, but I'd also like some peace for myself and everyone that has been involved in this. Thank you again and be kind to one another. Wayne. So luckily with this story, things were able to work out in the end. Hopefully this kind of thing doesn't happen again. I'm glad that they were able to come together and reach some sort of consensus. It seems like it was more of a misunderstanding, at least that's what I take away from this. If you want to check out Wayne Chen's art, links will be down below as well with the articles. But I think with that said, I'll end the video here. I just kind of wanted to share it and give my 2 cents. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? What's your opinion? I'd like to know. As always, I appreciate everyone for watching this. Thank you very, very much, and I'll see you all later in my next video.
Sir, your Domino'S pizza has arrived per request.
Ooh, oh boy, I can't wait to get indigestion.